Good morning students. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today is a part of our assignment. We are going to discuss the key based on the lesson Reach for the Top. Okay. Without wasting the time, let us get into the question answers. Okay, I am writing on the board, please note down. Question number 1. Question number 1. What is the special distinction of Santosh? What is the special distinction of Santosh Yadav as a mountaineer? Answer: Santosh Yadav is the only woman in the world who has conquered Mount Everest twice. She is a woman who got this distinction. Rising up from a rural background. Okay, I will read the question. What is the special distinction of Santosh Yadav as a mountaineer? Santosh Yadav is the only woman in the world who has conquered Mount Everest twice. She is the woman who got the distinction rising up from a rural background. Now let us see the question number 2. Question number 2. What type of social system was there in the village when Santosh was born? When Santosh was born. In those days, answer. In those days, the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing. But the birth of a daughter was generally welcomed, was not generally welcomed, generally welcomed in the society. I will read the lines. What type of social system was there in the village when Santosh was born? In those days, the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, but the birth of a daughter was not generally welcomed in the society. Now let us see question number 3. Give a brief sketch of Santosh's family. Give a brief sketch of Santosh's family. Santosh's family. Answer. Santosh was born. Santosh was born in a small family, village, in a small village in Haryana. Her parents were affluent. Her parents were affluent landowners. Her parents were affluent landowners. She was the only sister of 5 brothers. She was the only sister of 5 brothers. I will read the answer. Give a brief sketch of Santosh's family. Santosh was born in a small village in Haryana. Her parents were affluent landowners. She was the only sister of 5 brothers. Now let us go with question number 4. What is there in question number 4? Please note down, children, first. How did Santosh show a contradiction to her name? How did Santosh show a contradiction to her name? Answer. She was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. But Santosh was always content with her place. But she was always content with her place in the traditional way of life. In the traditional way of life, on her own terms from the start. On her own terms from the start. Okay. Now let me read the fourth question. How did Santosh show a contradiction to her name? She was given the name Santosh, which means contentment, but she was always content with her place in the traditional way of life on her own terms from the start. Full stop. Now let us see the fifth question. Let us go with the fifth question. Please note down, children. Fifth question. Okay, I'm writing on the board. Please note down. Question number 5. What did Santosh tell her parents regarding her marriage? What did she tell her parents? What did she tell her parents regarding her marriage? Okay, answer to this question. Question number 5. She was not in favor of early married life. She was not in favor of early married life. Okay. She threatened her parents that she would never marry. She would never marry if she would not get a proper education. If she would not get a proper education. Okay, I will read. What did she tell her parents regarding her marriage? She was not in favor of early married life. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she would not get a proper education. Now let us see question number 6. Question number 6. Okay. Why was the holy man who gave Santosh's mother her blessing surprised? Why was the holy man who gave Santosh's mother his blessing surprised? His blessing surprised. Answer to this question, write down. He expected that like all other families in the village, like all other families in the village, the family would be wishing for her birth of a son. They would be wishing for the birth of a son. However, when he was told Santosh's grandmother that they wanted to have a daughter, he was surprised. But when he heard that the family wanted a girl child, he was surprised. I will read the next question. Why was the holy man who gave Santosh's mother his blessing surprised? The holy man expected that, like all other families in the village, they would be wishing for the birth of a son. But when he heard that the family would wanted a girl child, he was surprised. Now let us see another two questions. Question number 7 and question number 8. Question number 7 and question number 8. Question number 7. What kind of society was Santosh born in? What kind of society was Santosh born in? Answer to this question. It was rigidly patriarchal and gender based. The birth of a girl was generally unwelcome, and people strictly adhered to conservative traditions. I will read. What kind of society was Santosh born in? Santosh was born in a rigidly patriarchal and gender-based society. The birth of a girl child was generally unwelcome. And people strictly adhered to conservative traditions. Okay, question number 8. Now let us see question number 8. Why did the grandmother wish her daughter-in-law to give birth to a daughter? Why did the grandmother wish her daughter to give birth to a daughter? Her daughter-in-law to give birth to a daughter. Answer. Answer to each question. Okay. Despite being a member of the conservative family, the grandmother, she wished a granddaughter because there were already 5 boys. There were already 5 boys. 5 boys in the family. 5 boys in the family. Hence the family now wished for a daughter. So she wished for a daughter. I will read. Why did the grandmother wish her daughter-in-law to give birth to a daughter? The grandmother wished her daughter-in-law would give birth to a daughter because there were already 5 sons in the family. So she wished her daughter-in-law should give birth to a daughter. Okay children, I hope you have noted down all the 8 questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.